And I don't know, he's kind of a brat, bro, and kind of just like stuck up little brat, man. I just want to rearrange his face.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Paris, man, how was that trip, man? It looked like you really, really enjoyed your time over there.
Yeah, man, it was nice. I didn't really have to do anything besides some media and go to, I think they had like a little like a conference or a press conference, I think a couple days before the fight. And besides that, I was pretty much free reign to do whatever I want. And I had to be at the fight, obviously. But outside of that, I was, checking out Paris and taking the subway everywhere. And it was a lot of fun. And I was with my girl, too. So we really enjoyed it and just really took it all in,
You ate the snails?
Yeah, the snails were – escargot was very it's an acquired taste,
Yeah.
It's like a beer or like a coffee. People don't initially like those things when they try them at first, but then I could see how I could develop – like someone could develop a taste for snails, though. I could see it.
All right. Just connected to that, like what's the wildest shit you've eaten in your life? Koreans, we eat some kind of weird stuff.
Some kind of weird stuff. Not too weird.
Not too weird.
Snails is up there. Snails, and I also had frog legs too. That was the first time I had frog legs.
Mm-hmm.
I've had alligator, but that's not too weird in South Florida. I guess the weirdest thing, like that's not typically eaten, is like beef kidney. That shit tastes terrible. Like, don't eat beef kidney. Don't eat that.
What about those videos of fucking what's his name, Liver King eating cow testicles and milk?
Yeah, see, I haven't gone that far yet. I don't think I ever got. I've taken the supplement with like the desiccated organs, and like they have one that's called like full package, and it has like testicle in it or whatever. So
terrible name for that. Terrible name. Full package.
Full package.
Anyways, well, you went to Paris. Fabian Edwards did his part, and the title fight was like already booked. It seemed like it was just like already booked, and now you're flying back across the pond. How do you feel about defending your title for the first time overseas?
Second time.
Second time. Sorry.
Yeah. I like it, man. I'm a fan of that crowd. I'm a fan of that 3 arena. I like Dublin a lot. I'm part Irish as well. I'm like an 8th or something, or something like that. Maybe not an 8th, maybe a little less. But I mean, I got the red beard. They like fighting. I like fighting. I like to put on a show. I think they're really gonna like me. I think I'm really gonna feed off the energy that crowd gives out, and I don't think they really love Englishmen that much. So I'm sure he'll have a lot of people fly there. So he'll have a good amount of fans, but I think. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think I'll have a pretty decent fan base there. I have a lot of friends flying out as well. I want to say I have about 30 people flying out. VIP / first front row tickets. So, yeah, man, it should be an awesome time.
Is your mom's going out there?
No.
A
lot of sponsors, few friends of sponsors. My dad's going, my brother, my sister-in-law, my girlfriend, and I think that's about it. I mean, yeah. And outside of that, I've been there, and I've kind of like I was kind of greeted by some Irish fans out there, and they know about me, and they're like hyped that I'm going to come fight out there. Or they were at the time when I was there watching Amosov defend his title. They were coming up to me like, hey, you have to fight out here, blah 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 blah. So I felt like I was really well received when I was there, and I wasn't even fighting. So I can only imagine what it'll be like when I'm there and I am fighting.
Yeah, man, it's going to be incredible. The atmosphere is insane, and it seemed like you were talking about Fabian a little bit even before the fight was put together, even before he got the win to kind of lock in the title fight. What intrigued you about this matchup so much, where you were talking about it beforehand?
Because I knew I was going to get the winner. I pretty much knew I got the winner. We just didn't have a date set or where. And I want to say a couple weeks before, I kind of talked to Mike Kogan, and he kind of gave me a really really good idea of what we were going to set up after this fight got done. And obviously, it wasn't on paper. It was just verbal agreements kind of at that point. And I don't know. Once I kind of get my sights set on somebody, I've already taken out Musasi. So if he won, and he's kind of cool, like he doesn't really shit talk. He does, but it's like not. It's not really him. He's like, I feel like he just kind of forces it, and he's, you know what I mean. It's like if a middle aged dad like fucking talks shit to you, but he really doesn't want to like talk shit. That's how I feel with him. But Fabian's definitely seems like he has a chip on his shoulder. Like he really means it. You could tell that he really internalizes a lot of things. Like if I say some shit, he'll internalize it. Um, and I don't know. He's kind of a brat, bro, and kind of just like stuck up little brat, man. I just want to rearrange his face.
Have you had any interactions? Oh, you must have ran into him in Paris.
I ran into him in Dublin actually, and we were cool. It was whatever. Like I was there to enjoy my friend, like watching him fight, and I didn't want to like fucking ruin that like vibe that I was feeling at the time. Like he had just won. He beat the shit out of Logan Storley. I remember I just seen him. I shook his hand, and like I just was like, I didn't know if I was gonna fight him or not. Who knows what happens. So I wasn't really like focused on him or Musasi at the time. I knew they were gonna fight. They were set to fight in Paris, and then I seen him in Paris, and it was a little bit more like, all right, I might have to, put my crosshairs on you, and wasn't set until he actually won, and then that's when I fucking something flipped in my head, and that's when I like there's crosshairs on you now.
Nice. And when you look at him as a fighter, though, I mean, he's on a pretty nice little 3-fight winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Which fight do you feel like you've learned the most about him from?
I mean, I watched his fight with Vanderford. I watched his fight with Charlie Ward, and I watched his fight with Gegard. And I mean, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but he likes to fight very clean. He likes to fight almost like a point kickboxing fight. He can grapple. There's some areas he does pretty well in the grappling area, but he's not like super well rounded. He's athletic. He moves well. He's fast. He's a strong kid. You can tell, but I'm just bigger, faster, stronger, and better in all facets of the game. So, and I can mix it well, and it's MMA. It's not a point kickboxing match. You know what I mean? So I can tell he doesn't like being in the fire completely. Like when there's breaks, in action, and he can take a break, he'll take the break because he wants to be comfortable. And I don't give a shit about being comfortable. I like being in the fire, and that's the reason why I fight. You know what I mean? I got into this business to get in firefights with some people, and to win fights. And have exciting fights. He doesn't seem like he's really super intrigued by that. It's just by the way him and Musasi fought, it was kind of like it was lackluster. It wasn't really like exciting, on the edge of your seat type shit, you know. And I don't know. Unless he gets like a finish, that's the only time you really get excited. And he only has a few of those. I mean, his finish with I'm blanking on his name, the Brazilian guy he knocked out. Yeah, Machida. That was good. That was good. That was exciting. But also Machida's like old as shit. Charlie Ward's old. Gegard, I changed Gegard's career. Like he just doesn't look the same after me, man. And it's like he's good, but I'm better.
Yeah, it's to me it's intriguing because like this guy, it seems like that he's getting the push in some ways. Do you feel that way a little bit?
Sure, I don't really care, man.
Yeah, you're the champ, so it doesn't matter to you, right?
I feel like Bellator's been pushing me a lot.
Yeah.
They know I'm gonna be a big name because I'm gonna keep winning and I'm gonna keep improving. And I think they're kind of pushing him though as well because I mean his brother has a lot of hype right now. They're trying to build this story of him being a champion at the same time as his brother, but ain't gonna happen, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, like it's not gonna happen. Not on my watch.
How do you envision this fight playing out, man? Because I think this crowd is just gonna be insane for you. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? Like you said, you're part Irish. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're 1% or 100%. They love you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go out there, dude, and do my thing and get in my groove and put the pressure on him and put him in positions that he's not, comfortable. And those are the positions I thrive in. And I'm just gonna systematically break him down and break him, pressure him, pressure him, pressure him, break him, bro. Like that's just my style. That's just how I fight. I mean, if you watch my performances relative to his performances, my pressure, my cardio, and the way I break individuals is different. It's you don't see that very often, and I'm just gonna do it to him as well.
Well, when I look at you and the way you fight and how you're able to like keep a pace and go all 25 rounds like it's no problem, it reminds me of like Benson Henderson. You guys had that. Let me just put it out there. You guys had that Korean blood. Maybe that's what
Yeah,
it is. I don't know.
it's the
But
cream.
how many rounds? What's the most rounds you've done in practice?
Uh, I've done as many as 9 to 10 rounds in a day. And I've done that with like fresh guys too. Like I'll do 3 rounds with a guy, and then a new guy will come. I'll take like a small break. A new guy will come in, and I'll do 3 rounds with him while he's fresh, and then a new guy will come in, and I'll do 3 more rounds with him. And yeah, man, that's one guy ain't enough. Only a few guys can go all 5 with me, man. Like Yaroslav Amosov can go 5 rounds with me. Sean Strickland can go 5 rounds with me. Uh, who else? Oh man, there's not very many people. Usually when I do like my championship fights, when I'm going 5 rounds straight, I have to have 2 partners, man. There's not too many people like that can make it all 5 with me, and I have to do it daily, bro, day in day out. Like I've been going 5 rounds every day, or not every day, every twice a week since my camp started August 1st. So, and I've been going 5 rounds before that, but I would take like a little break after going 3 with somebody, and take a little break, and then maybe go another 3 with somebody else, and then I get 6 rounds for the day. But it's a little bit different when you don't get that little break in between. So I don't know, man. I'm built for 5 round fights, and I mean, part of it's probably genetic, part of it's probably my ability to pace myself at a high pace though, and I don't know, bro. I'm just built different.
Yeah, people a lot of times they say like, fighters they all train the same, but really that's not reality, right? Not all fighters train the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Not all fighters train the same. There's a lot of similarities, I'm sure, but everybody has their little nuances and how they do certain things. And like, for instance, I don't technically do any like traditional training, like traditional like strength training. I don't do what a lot of the people are doing right now, which is like it's not traditional strength training, but it's like this. It's this other type of training. It's like a spin-off of traditional strength training and like mobility work and all this other shit. And I don't do that. Like I just do functional patterns, and I box, I wrestle, I kickbox, I hit grappling sessions, and I spar. And the most I do is actually spar. I spar the most of anything because that's what you do in the cage. Obviously, if I'm trying to make certain aspects of my game better, I'll focus in on certain things in certain classes, like in boxing or grappling or in kickboxing. But for the most part, I want to do what I'm supposed to be doing in the cage the most. So that's sparring. Obviously, it's a little bit lesser than a fist fight in a cage. So, and you have to make sure you're going with good partners. You guys aren't trying to kill each other all the time. But yeah, man, that's we all kind of do the same things, but we have our nuanced ways of doing it, I guess.
Of course. And how was it sparring Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh, that was really cool, man. Mark's Mark's pretty cool, man. He doesn't need to do that stuff, and he it really intrigues him, I could tell when I met him, he really wants to learn how to fight. He really wants to have a professional fight or an amateur fight. I can't remember what he specified, but I think he wants to do professional fight before he's 40. So it's like, and he's the type of guy that like sets a goal and he's going to achieve that goal. Like he's going to do everything in his power to achieve that goal. And like, I, I kind of get it. It's kind of similar in how I set myself up for goals and how I like to like strive to achieve them.
Damn, man, you're rubbing shoulders with billionaires. That's
Yeah. It's kind of it's a wild story of how we kind of came into contact, but no, man, it's pretty cool. It's truly like kind of like blows my mind a little bit in a sense, but also it's like it's cool. It's just a part of life, I guess. Sometimes things like this happen, and there's no way in explaining it.
yeah. It seems like the MMA community is like accepting Mark Zuckerberg a little bit more than Elon Musk. It's like the jiu-jitsu community is accepting Elon Musk. In a weird way, it seems that way. I don't know why.
It's because Mark's actually training and actually trying to learn how to fight, whereas Elon isn't. And he's kind of older and just taking picture. I mean, he's not really seriously training. Like, and it's like he's trying to kind of fight Mark, but not really. It's not. If he really wanted to fight, he'd be training consistently, and he'd be like, he would have set a date and made it official. But instead, he's trying to fight in the Coliseum, and like, there's no real date, and it's like Mark's like ready whenever. You know what I mean? He's ready to go. He's training, consistently. So I think that's why he's accepted more by the MMA community because he's actually out there, doing the work.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. And his coach, man, like I've known him for a long time as well.
Dave?
And yeah, well, Dave's there, and then you got Kai as well. Kai is
Oh,
the
okay,
younger
yeah,
guy. Yeah,
yeah,
they all train together, right?
yeah. When I was
That's
out
his
there, I didn't
brother-in-law.
see Kai. I didn't see Kai, but I know Kai.
Okay.
I just saw Dave when I was out there. Yeah.
All right. Well, man, I'm happy to see that for you, man. That's always good to see stuff like that,
Yeah, man.
online. And now going for something, I guess, positive. I don't even know if it's negative, but today, Errol Hawani reports that Bellator will be sold. Basically, he said the sale of Bellator is imminent.
Yeah.
In the last couple of months, man, we've been hearing rumors and people talking about it, but nothing really clear cut. How has the last couple of months been for you, man, as a champion? Getting ready for a fight, and then all these rumors are coming about a sale.
I don't even think about it, bro. It doesn't even cross my mind. I'm not even worried about it because whoever buys my contract has to honor it, and if they don't, I'm a free agent, and I'm a good fighter, and I'm building a name for myself, and you know, regardless of where I'm at, I'm gonna perform, and people are gonna want to watch me fight, and people are gonna want to employ me. So I'm not worried about it at all. When you're competent in what you do, and like there's like it doesn't matter where you do it at that point. So I kind of knew that this was gonna happen because I have some like inside looks, and it's exciting. We don't know what the future holds, and things could it could fast track a lot of things in my career, or it could slow things down. It doesn't really matter as long as my contract gets honored and I still get paid the same. Or if I have to become a free agent and go somewhere else, I'll take a pay cut or whatever. I don't give a shit, bro. I just want to fight, make money, and enjoy my time off of fighting and invest in houses and make some business investments here and there, and just enjoy the ride.
You know what matchup I would love to see you in is you
Uh,
versus Hamza.
oh yeah, I would love to fight him, man. That'd be a great matchup. That'd be a great fight. There's two guys. Yeah, it is. That's the fight that the fans don't know that they want. You know, I'm still building my name, and like as soon as I get big and people start really realizing, oh, this motherfucker's good. Like this motherfucker's for real. I'm gonna be in the talks of like the biggest name fights. You name it. Me versus Izzy, me versus Cosma. It's
Yeah, man. And you just like in your 31s, that's like perfect age right now. That you're already a champ. You already defended the title. Like you're in the middle of it, dude. Like beautiful
Yeah.
stuff, man. Johnny, always good, man. September 23rd, Bellator 299 main event, middleweight title, the champ, Johnny Eblen. Thank you so much, man, for the time.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.